Hey, how's it going, guys? So I started a new repair company. It's called Drfixthemallfpv. So I'll give you a little background where I got that name. Is Evan Turner's mom and dad are actually doctors, and I feel like I kind of graduated from 533, so that's where I got my doctorate. So I made the name Dr. Fix 'em All FPV. So we got a drone right here, and what the customer wanted was one of the motors wasn't working, and it had wires that were exposed, and the plugs were halfway hanging off, and had some kind of residue on the top of it. And I went ahead and I trimmed up these wires and I made them nice and neat. Here, let me give you a deep dive. Excuse the mess here because I literally got a laboratory going on. Alright, so you can see that on the top here I've soldered these wires on directly. That's what the customer wanted. And now we're not going to have any plug issues with the plugs wiggling or falling off. And there were some of these wires that were shorting out to each other, but I done a test. Everything works now. I shortened this wire and tightened it up so we wouldn't get any electrical noise to the gyro. And the customer wants it to be waterproof. Now, this can't be waterproof. It can be water resistant, but it can't be waterproof. So what we're going to do to make it water resistant is we're going to use some silicone conformal coating. It's a 422C is what it's called. And I've taken alcohol and I've washed this down with alcohol. It had some kind of residue on it, and I think it was from glue because they glued the plugs on. And what CA glue or super glue does is it leaves a off gas of a coating, and the off gas makes a coating, and it left a white film on this chip. So I took it and took 90% alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, isopropyl, however you say that. And I went and cleaned all this up and made it look really nice compared to what it was. Redone this, so everything's been kind of redone, revamped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and I'm going to conformal coat the back of it, and I'm going to do it through here like this. So I'm just going to dip my little paintbrush in there, and then I'm going to go back here and I'm just applying a thin coat all the way around. And the reason why you want a little brush like this is so you can get in every little crack and crevice. And I'm going to coat it really good. I actually done this one time to a Prospect drone because I knew we were having a race in the rain. And it actually lasted for quite a bit, considering the field was a swamp in Memphis, Tennessee. So this stuff actually works pretty well. But I'm trying to keep from getting it on the drone itself, so I don't want to make a mess on the drone. But I want it to be on the chip pretty heavily. Let's see if I can snipe some in there this way. Oh yeah. Just get the back of the plugs real well. Coat it real well. Make it nice and even if I can. And just do a thin coat. I'm going to go back over that again. So there's that side. Now you'll get to see this side a little bit better. what I'm doing here. And I'm just applying it like paint on there. Make sure I get the cracks and everything. I'm going to start from the middle and work my way out. I don't want to go inside of the USB because that would cause the USB to lose connection. Now, if you look when I've done that, I don't know if you could see it or not, but like when I laid that down, it just kind of spread out itself. So it almost like coats itself. You put a drop on there and it like spreads itself out on the board. But I'm going to get every little nook and cranny I can. You don't want to conformal coat it and then solder it. You want to make sure all the soldering is done beforehand, because if you have to go back and solder this, it's going to be a pain in the butt. So make sure everything is done and soldered before you do this. This stuff is kind of fumey. It's got like a nail polish type of smell to it. So make sure you got a fan on. I've got a fan on above me. Make sure it's well ventilated. That way you're not getting high off of conformal coating, because it kind of smells like a nail salon right now while I'm doing this. Alright, I got it on there pretty good. I'm going to just go over it one more time, put a drop in the center here, and just kind of brush it over really well. Make sure I get everything. Alright, now I'm going to let that sit. Now, if you want to speed it up just a little bit, you can take a little bit of heat and go over it with a little bit of heat. And I'm going to let that sit. I don't want to heat it up too much because I'm not trying to heat up the components on the board. I am going to go over the back now again. And any that you get in any place you don't want it at, you can take and use some alcohol to get it off. I started from the center and working my way out on this board. So I've put it on there pretty heavily. Now this is the second coat. And this is pretty much how you conformal coat a PCB board. Alright, there we go. That's pretty good. I'm going to get a paper towel and wipe this up. It's already starting to dry pretty quickly, which is a good thing. That way we don't have to spend a lot of time waiting for it to dry, because before you power it up you want to make sure it's completely dry. All the conformal coating is cured. I'm going to just put 2 coats on each side. See, if you look at this side right here is already drying up. Alright, I'm going to put one more coat on this side. And I'm just going to slap it on as even as possible, getting all the nooks and crannies. I can go on the side of the USB, but I'm not going to go inside of the USB. Got that side pretty well, and we are about done here. And there we go. This is nice and slathered and lathered. Good to go. Alright, 2 coatings on each side. Now I'm going to take this same brush and I'm going to try to wipe off what excess I can on it, and then I'm going to go take some alcohol and get it off the tip. You don't want to use water because water just like kind of cures it faster. I mean, it's water repellent. So don't want to leave this open because it's nice and stinky. So there you go. That is nice and conformal coated. I'm not going to button it up right now because I want to make sure that cures really well. And then I'm going to have to put some nuts on it and everything. But there is your conformal coating. Alright guys, so there is a repair, and I'm going to do more videos like this. If you are interested in seeing the repair videos by Drfixthemall, you're more than welcome to, and come and check us out. We'll be repairing all kinds of stuff. I got all kinds of stuff to build also. So it's going to be very interesting to see what all I have coming up very soon. So there's a how to conformal coat a AIO on a whoop and make it water resistant. And we'll have some more videos coming up. Alright guys, thanks. See ya.